This is Fan Formula on the 4th of February. Question 1. What is about F1 as a sport that you love, and what do you hope this season will bring? Well, I love how it's a combination of a physical sport and it's a combination of a mental sport. Who can think of this year's F-duct, exhaust blown, turbocharged horse? I love the glitz and the glamour of the entire sport. I love how it brings together, how it's nearly a truly world championship. What do I hope this season will bring? In the Daydream world, I hope this season will bring the resurgence of the Williams. That's what I'd like to see. But I would settle for seeing a season where it's really unpredictable. Question 2. What team truck driver do you support, and why did you choose to support them? Well, if I'd actually had one of my Williams shirts and coats to hand, I would say Williams, which I will still say Williams, but I can't do the prop showing thing. I really love the Williams team. I just think Sir Frank Williams is an utter gentleman. He still brings, whilst the team is struggling for money, he still brings the air of racing being racing, if that makes sense. So it's not about the money and the corporate side. It's just about making a car and turning up to the race, and then if it's not fast enough, going away and thinking about it. I just love the whole way the whole Williams machine moves, apart from Adam Parr. Don't go there. And the driver I support is, well, it was last year it was Rubens Barrichello in the Williams. I've actually been a long-term supporter of Rubens, even before he was in the Williams. But since he's gone, my choice is Bruno Senna. I'd like to see him have a good crack at the whip this year, and I'd like to see him prove that he's just not there because of the Senna name. I don't think he is. I just think he's been a victim of circumstance and not been able to get started when he wanted to. And question 3. If you could be put in charge of F1 for a day, what 3 rules would you put into the sport, or would I take out? I would take out blue flags, for 1. You are the best driver in the world, you've got a faster car, ergo you do not need a blue flag to get the crappy whatever it is, HRT, Minardi, Toro Rosso, Williams even a couple of times. You don't need that to get out of your way. If it's quite clear they're not paying attention, then of course that's only when something should happen, but otherwise, you know, it shouldn't be fast car, blue flag, you have to move. You know, you've got to work for it. I'd bring back refueling. I know it made the pit lane a lot more dangerous, but you could sometimes see a really topsy-turvy grid. Like before they got rid of refueling, I believe they used to have it so you got fuel credits in qualifying to when you're fueled back, and you could have, I believe, Mark Webber in a really uncompetitive RB3, I think it was. But he put the Red Bull on the front row in the rain at Silverstone, and that was really out of position. However, if he raced hard, he could have maybe got Red Bull a huge score of points, whereas now it's just, oh, the tyres. You could play, it would bring a whole different element of tactics into the game, into the sport. By bringing a rule so teams cannot stand around, you know, Red Bull are more obvious at doing this than other teams. Like on the grid, they have a group of people standing around the back of the car so that people can't see it. Why? Of course, people are going to keep trying to, well, of course, it might all be smoke and mirrors, so trying to divert your attention away from something else. But of course, if you've got a group of people stood at the back of the car, everyone's going to be having to crank their head around so they can have a look. So I'd ban sort of blankets on the cars when they've, you know, getting back to the pits. However, I would sort of implement a sort of a sub rule in that, you know, you can't just blatantly copy. You know, you can't sort of go away and, like, see, for instance, if it wasn't obvious on last year's load to set the exhaust pointed forward instead of backwards, if it wasn't obvious and it looked like the way to go, because say the car had been crashed, people couldn't sort of just go, right, we're doing that for the next race. you know, it would sort of have, that would have to be regulated, but I'd do something about it because I just don't like it. So the rules I would bring in short, would be get rid of blue flags, bring back refueling, and ban blankets on the cars hiding technical details. And the bonus question: if you were a team principal, which 2 drivers would you want to drive for you, and why? You pose a good question, Fan Formula. I would probably, I would like to have seen the Jenson Button and the Bruno Senna combination that would have happened in the Brawn team if it remained Honda. That was rumoured what was going to happen. I think that would have been a brilliant combination because of Jenson's silky smooth style. They could have had 2 very, very similar drivers. Because Bruno looks fairly smooth, and the experience Jenson would bring, you know, I'm one up, and on the financial front, Bruno brings money, I'm up. However, Bruno does have some talent as well, so, you know, that would be quite a good combination, really. Again, that's the end of the Fan Formula for this week. From my submission, I haven't machinimated this entry because I found the technical fault. Believe it or not, it was a tiny cable that I forgot to plug in. Joy of bloody joys. Stormspace is still looking for people to do some voicing for us. I could really do with the voicing fairly soon. So I can start to put a timeline and rubber stamping on the deadlines for getting Where's My Liberty out. We've had a few Halo Machinima videos come out recently. We've got a video that was meant to be out 3 or 4 weeks ago. It's coming out, should be coming out at the end of this month, with a behind the scenes video as well, sort of showing how we work, basically you'd just be saying us, because we haven't got an office or anything, because we're not exactly rolling in it, you know, you'll basically be seeing the low-tech version of what Rooster Teeth really do. If you want to do some voicing for us, at StormSpaceProd or at CWhite90999 on Twitter, and drop me a tweet or a direct message, and we'll go from there. But otherwise, thank you. We'll see you next time, or I'll see you next time rather.